Shalom, shalom, mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Bullshit, man. Shalom, shalom. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. All right. Shalom. I want to begin a camp lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Back here with another lesson through the spirit, man. Another camp lesson, of course. Back here on the highways and the byways, man. Pushing this truth as always on a Saturday, man. Yeah, we good. So, you know, this lesson is based on Isaiah 4:1, but you know, the spirit is gonna do what it does. I may solely talk on that for the whole lesson, and may go into other things. So you never know. Just whatever the spirit allows me to talk about today. And Lord willing, I'll be able to bring out some precepts concerning whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That my spirit, that hits my spirit, man. So with that being said, man, we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get into it, man. Okay. Yeah, man. I just want to say this. Number one, there's been a lot going on. I was just watching the video before I got here that was talking about Iran and Israel. And then there was another video earlier today that said that Yemen attacked and sent airstrikes over to Israel as well. So that conflict may be heating back up, man. There's no telling what we can see coming within this next week concerning the Arab and the Israelis. So just be on the watch out for that. Hey, things could get worse, man. We could see that war start back up between those two nations. You know, that and America and Venezuela, man. You know, you have conflict as well right there. That's as far as cartel and stuff like that. That's fairly new, so I really don't have much to say about that. I mean, the tensions are there, but you never know, man. Then you have Russia and Ukraine. At this point, I don't even think the ceasefire is out of the question. As far as that, man, I don't see them coming to any type of agreements, and I don't see Putin pulling out of that war. It's just my honest opinion. I don't see it happening. No matter what Donald Trump says or tries to do to convince him, or whatever threats he makes, at this point, Putin is not afraid of Donald Trump. Okay. Anybody with common sense knows this, right? No matter what antics Donald Trump pulls or America pulls, Putin is not afraid of America. Because if he was, he wouldn't continue striking Ukraine, right? Donald Trump is saying all these things. If you do this, you do that, this is gonna happen. Clearly has not stopped Putin. So there's that. And then the fact that I did a lesson on this yesterday, I believe. Yeah, I did. I did a lesson on that yesterday, talking about the beginning of Jacob's trouble, you know, the persecution of Jacob and whatnot. And hey, gentrification, man. I mean, they've been doing this in U.S. cities, but now Donald Trump is talking about it in a more serious manner, it seems, right? Talking about getting you niggas up out of here. It's no coincidence, and I was just watching a video about this yesterday concerning my hometown, St. Louis. That the guy that was on TikTok talking about it was talking about how these young YNs need to stay in the house and whatnot, because you know we have a bad problem in my city as far as guns and killing and whatnot and drugs go, all that other stuff. And if you are from the city, then you know what I'm talking about. As far as how the city police is very understaffed, it's low in numbers, so it's very easy to. I'm not gonna say it's easy to get away with things, but the crime rate is high for that reason, because the city police is understaffed. So you have that. He was talking about that, and then the feds coming from city to city, like Donald Trump said. They starting in DC, Chicago, Baltimore. Like I said, St. Louis is gonna be one of them cities as well. Memphis, you know, cities like that with high crime rates within J communities are gonna be hit, and they are gonna send feds down there and get you niggas up off the streets. Is basically what he was saying. As far as my city, and the feds don't play, like you said, man. You think it's cool to brag about our city being a very dangerous city, and we the toughest city and all this other shit, which is really just folly at the end of the day. That shit's gonna come to an end, right? And the dude said, he said, I'm gonna report back in like 6 months and do an updated version on this once they gentrify the hood. Now, I'm gonna say this, man. And in the comments, people were talking about that. That's if we're here for 6 months, or for another 6 months, right? That'll be up into the next year. But, Lord willing, we not. But, in the comments, though, you have, and he talked about this in his lesson as well. In the comments, you have people talking about, you know, the tornado that happened. I wouldn't say that was in May, because that was when that was like when I first got back. So that was in May when that tornado happened. I worked in the field that I work in. I had to do a lot of insurance claims concerning that tornado, and a lot of things I was dealing with had to do with the tornado. So, you know, you had people, and he was talking about this in this video as well. You have people where the city was sending them funding for that, which it wasn't a lot, but they were sending them funding for it, and you know, people not using this to you know what I'm saying, fix their homes and whatnot, and better their homes, you know, rebuild or do the renovations that they needed to do. So he was saying once they come through and sweep and clean up all the city and stuff like that, he's gonna come through and buy the land, you know what I'm saying, purchase some stuff. And that is true. People will get those insurance claims and go spend it on something else. They not studying their home. Now, I did a lesson on this concerning the tornado, because this is gonna go into what I was talking about when I'm saying what they were saying in these comments and whatnot. And I told you, man, I don't believe in coincidences, right? Everything that's done on the earth is through the hands of the living power, Yahweh, right? The Heavenly Father. So there's no such thing as coincidences. If he wanted it to happen, it was gonna happen. If he didn't want it to happen, it wasn't gonna happen, right? But that tornado came through, and it hit the so-called white people neighborhoods, the Edomite neighborhoods, but it wasn't the same effect to the Jake neighborhoods, because I went through both sides of the city, right? The so-called white people side, and I went through the so-called, you know what I'm saying, I went through the Jake neighborhoods, I went through the Edomite neighborhoods, and I went through the Jake neighborhoods. The worst the Edomite neighborhoods had was a little bit of roof damage from trees falling on it, right? Minuscule stuff that wasn't that bad. You go through the Jake neighborhoods, you can tell where tornado touched down at, right? You had houses that was completely gone, just bricks there, right? Roofs completely ripped off, windows out, all types of shit. So I'm saying is this: when I made that lesson when my pops and I was driving around and we seen those big old clouds in the sky, then the following day that big ass tornado came. Like we said, that wasn't a coincidence, man. Now whether if it was man-made or not, at the end of the day, it was judgment from the Lord. Okay, it was judgment from the Lord at the end of the day. But like I said, they have that happening. We've been having a whole bunch of natural disasters that's been going on throughout America, right? These cities being wiped away. And we've done lessons on this as well. These cities being wiped away. These people having to be relocated, losing their homes and whatnot. And then you find out that they having plans to renovate this city, do things in it, you know what I'm saying? Gentrify it, if you want to say, make it better. And a lot of it comes from them more than 15-minute cities, smart cities and whatnot. You realize that it wasn't a coincidence that these natural disasters or these storms or whatnot was coming through these cities. Like I said, that storm happened. A lot of Jakes lost their homes. A lot of their homes are destroyed. Now, a few months, not even a few months after that, now he wants to come in and he's cleaning up the cities, right? He's gonna start wrapping you niggas up off the streets and getting y'all gone. Like the dude said, y'all not going to jail. You going to do fair time, right? They finna start gentrifying these cities and whatnot. You know, you had the wildfires in LA. Then what? They got LA 2028. They trying to host the Olympics there, you know, and they already have a proposal for LA being a smart city. They got an agenda for 2030, right? All of these things is playing into, all of these things are running together, you feel me? It's not a coincidence. Like I said, it's been planned out, okay? So the fact that you had floods in North Carolina and floods in Tennessee, and then you had floods down south, and now they finding that, oh, they moved these people off their land. They finding a big lithium deposit up on that land. If you can go and destroy a nation or a group of people, if you can go and destroy a nation or a group of people and take their land for free and not have to pay for it, and then you coming in and just starting construction, what does that say to you, right? That's Micah 2:1. They covered fields. Let me get that real quick. No, sir. Great Millstone. Jake was sitting there listening to me talk a little bit, asking me if I was IUIC. No, sir. We're not IUIC. I am Great Millstone affiliate. Okay? I fellowship with the brothers of GMS in St. Louis. I'm a Great Millstone affiliate. I'm not in Great Millstone yet, Lord willing, but I am an affiliate, right? We preach the same thing. We're in the same spirit as those brothers. IUIC, I don't follow them niggas. ISUPK, I don't follow them niggas. Nobody else. If you not GMS or an affiliate, go that way. I don't want no dealings with you. Now going into Micah 2:1, it says, woe to oppressors. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Did y'all not see the video of those floods in Texas, right? That they had just recently, this past summer. And you just see the time lapse of the water just rising, but it wasn't from rainwater. It was just as if they pumped a whole bunch of water through the sewers of the city and it just all rose up. Like I said, man, they don't even have to go and buy the land from the people that is there. They don't have to go and buy the city. All they have to do is destroy it. And now, since nobody lived there, they can go through and clean it up, you know what I'm saying, and put whatever they want to put there. Donald Trump already told you this when he was speaking about Gaza, the Gaza Strip, and making it a golden city, right? He mentioned this. He said, we're going to go and we're going to make Gaza one of the most, I'm not going to say he said this word for word, but this is along the lines of what he said, making Gaza one of the richest cities, one of the richest places for the rich, the wealthiest to dwell, right? For them to come, the Golden City. I did a lesson on this as well. The Golden City. He said, who do we have to buy the land from? It's destroyed, right? Because they've been over there warring and destroying that city since October 7th. We've been over there warring and destroying that city since October 7th, right? So who do they have to buy the land from if they already destroyed it and took it from those people? The people can't stand up and fight against them, not the citizens. They have a whole army. That's why whenever they go and get aid, they getting bombed every time, right? What can they do? They you know what I'm saying? The Arab nations got to stand up for them people. You know what I'm saying? Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, right? Iran, all of these countries, they got to be the ones that stand up for them, because them Palestinians over there are getting deleted every day, at least 50 a day. I did a lesson on that too. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartily, for this time is evil. In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament," which means mourning, "with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He hath changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields," right? And that's what Esau Edom is good at, man. They're good at coveting fields and taking things by violence, because that's all they know is destruction. We can get this in the NLT. It says, "What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking up evil plans? You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so. When you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it. When you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence," right? Remember now, when that stuff was going on in LA, North Carolina, Tennessee, stuff like that, FEMA wasn't even giving them no relief or nothing like that, no funding at all. You think FEMA came to St. Louis? St. Louis of all people, of all places? Fuck no. Fuck no. Oh, fuck no, they did not come there. When you want someone's house, like I'm telling you, bro, if you went and just drove through the city, you know what I'm saying, you drove through the west side and the north side of St. Louis, you would have been like, God damn. I'm telling you, it was that bad, man. Then you go on the other side of town, you go through Wydown and Skeeter area, you know what I'm saying, you go through Forest Park, you be like, okay, I can tell. You know what I'm saying, a lot of trees got ripped up and whatnot. And some of them houses did get messed up, but it's not even comparable, man. It's not. You go up Union, man. I'm telling you, bro. Go down Union. You would have seen, go down Union during May, June, July. Yeah, you would have seen something. When you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence. You cheat a man of his property, stealing his family's inheritance. That's why you cannot deny that we as a people are the Israelites, man. They took our heritage. That's what they know for doing. They took our heritage and made it theirs. That's why you see people nowadays saying that the white man have no culture, because all he did was run around and stole other people's shit. That's all he good at. That's all he good at doing. But this is what the Lord Yahweh says: I will reward your evil with evil. You won't be able to pull your neck out of the noose. You will no longer walk around proudly, for it will be a terrible time. Right? That's why it says, they shall not go unpunished, man. The things that they've done, they're going to have to answer for that, right? They're going to have to stand on the trial in front of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. And the judges of the earth, you know what I'm saying, Lord willing we bear that number, we gonna judge them righteously for the iniquity that they've done throughout the land. It says, in that day, your enemies will make fun of you by singing this song of despair about you. We are finished, completely ruined. God has confiscated our land, taking it from us. He has given our fields to those who betrayed us. And that's going to be us, man. We're going to be mocking y'all in the end of the day, right? As well as Isaiah 14, that says that as well, too. It says something along those lines. So, it's cloudy as hell outside. But, with that being said, man, and I was just talking to my coworker about this as well. He was talking about how the interstates, talking about interstates and whatnot, how the white Eisenhower was the one who did that and whatnot, highways and stuff like that. And I was talking to him about it, and I was like, man, they got one in St. Louis where they just built, so like they built the highway straight through a so-called Jake neighborhood. Shit. And then he was also talking about something else. He said how black people don't have any respect from the other nations, and throughout, and even overseas, we don't have no respect. We're the butt of the joke and the laughing stock and all this other stuff. Whole time these niggas don't realize that they prove in the scriptures that we always bring out. Yet they're in denial that they are the true children of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh by Shinal Shah, Salakia. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father. And it just made me think of Deuteronomy 28 and 37. 36? Salakia. No, 37, that's what I thought. Deuteronomy 28, 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh shall lead thee, right? We've been spread out throughout all the nations. We're spread out throughout the whole globe. And we're looked at as the bottom of the barrel as far as nations, man. The Africans look at us in an inferior way. Moabites look at us in an inferior way. I went and got some food from American Deli. If y'all are hip on that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my plate, man. I'll tell you, man, this food was good. But I had, you know what I'm saying, I had me a 10-piece lemon pepper. You gotta get it wet, you feel me? The Cajun fries, you gotta dip them in the ranch, man. I'm putting y'all on game. But the so-called Moabite dude, I believe he's a Moabite. He was either a Moabite or Ammonite. But if I had to take an educated guess, the nigga was a Moabite. This nigga charging for refills. It's okay. I put a curse up on that nigga, man. And you know what? After I thought about it, I ain't even have to do all that. Your destruction is gonna be at hand very soon. You a Moabite. Hey, the Lord gonna deal with you accordingly. But this nigga try to charge for a refill though. It's crazy. I said they food good, but I ain't doing that again. Right? The Moabites look down on us. They look at us as inferior. Ammonites look at us as inferior. Right? Edomites especially look at us as inferior. They think they above us, yet they're the bases of men. They the ones that rule the earth, but they the bases of men. They the lowly. They below the other nations. Yeah, they is, but I ain't gonna think they is below the other nations. They is. That's the reason why they call the bases of men. Shit, they was troglodytes, cave dwellers, man. The goddamn wild men. They lived outside. When they talk about we was cavemen, yeah, y'all was cavemen. We wasn't living in no damn caves. We wasn't living in no caverns, man. But yeah, let me get this, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh shall lead thee. That's what I'm saying, man. We've been beaten, broken down through generational trauma and whatnot, that we actually think that we're the bottom, and we're not, man. You gotta realize the glory that we came from and how much the Lord humbled us and punished us for committing adultery on him, that brought us down so low, man. It's unbelievable, really. And that's why they can't believe him, man, because the Lord have a spiritual veil on them. They can't even believe. We've been down so long, they can't even believe that at one point in time, we was in rulership, that we had glory. They can't even believe it, man. I low-key might need to move back so I can be in the light a little bit. But we've been down so long that they can't even believe that we ever was in rulership, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20 and verse 37 in the NLT. I wonder if this gonna help. Salaki. There we go. It says, you will become an object of horror, ridicule, and mockery among all the nations to which the Lord Yahweh sends you, right? So when people look at us as a people and they think about us, man, right? They think, dang. They think all bad things. Our women are ghetto, they ratchet, they masculine as hell, aggressive. The men, we just thugs and hoodlums, gangsters, right? Pimps and hoes. That's what they look at us as. That's why I said, man, they don't even realize that the things that they talking about is in the scriptures, and we fit those descriptions. But you tell them these things and they won't believe you. I can't tell if the lighting got worse or better. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just leave it right here. Fuck it. But man, it's just unbelievable, man, because us as a people, we still gotta wake up, man, in order to get to where we trying to go, right? There's gotta be more things that happen in place until Yahweh Shah returns on the earth and deliver us as a people, right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my main topic. I feel like I've talked enough as far as things in the spirit, and like I said, I might continue on, just depending on what the spirit brings to me, man. But for some reason, man, Isaiah 4:1 has been on my spirit heavy, and I'm gonna tell y'all why, right? Whenever I'm on campus and I'm looking at the students, you know what I'm saying, walking around campus and whatnot, for some reason, these past few times, and I call it a ratio, right? Maybe I need to stand like this. Hold on. So let me fix this. There we go. That's a lot better. So, whenever I'm on campus, man, and I call this a ratio, whenever I see like a ratio as in girls to guys, when I see them walking in the group, I say, man, that's a ratio. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You might see two guys with a girl. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's weird, right? It just look off to me. Or I might see a guy with two girls, which is very rare, but I'll see it. And if it does happen, usually the nigga is gay. Or it might be two of your homegirls. Like, I can't say that because that happened to me before, right? I've been seen with two women, and they was just, one of them was my homegirl, one of them was my friend girl. If you know, you know. But I've been seeing ratios more recently that's like, it's like 4-to-1. But it's 4-to-1, it's 4-to-1 as in 4 niggas walking with one girl, right? That's what I'm saying as far as, there we go, this mode, that's a lot better. I'm seeing these ratios though, and it's 4 women, it's four men and 1 woman, right? And I'm like, oh man, that's kind of off. And all I can think about is Isaiah 4:1 every time I see something like that, man. Because, like I say, and like we say as a whole, man, the script is gonna be flipped very soon, right? We say that. We say the script is gonna get flipped very soon. The script is gonna be flipped very soon. So very soon, you're not gonna be seeing 4 niggas walking with 1 girl. You ain't gonna be seeing 5 niggas walking with 1 girl. You ain't gonna be seeing 6, 7, 8 niggas walking with 1 girl. It's gonna be the exact opposite. But why is it like that in the first place? Because this society has number one, shame men into them having one woman. You gotta be a one-woman man. You gotta be a one-woman man. Well, number one, if you do the math, there's more women than there is men on the earth. The Lord put that in place for a reason. That's number one. So you telling me that the Lord put all these women on the earth and they just supposed to get one man? What's supposed to happen to the leftover women? Because once every woman have one man, there ain't no men left. You gonna have women left over, right? So what's supposed to happen for them? What they supposed to do? They supposed to be by their own. They ain't supposed to have no man because the man can't have more than one woman. That's bullshit. So I'm just looking at it like that. Like, very soon, I keep on saying this, man. 4 women to 1 man. 5 women to 1 man. Or Salaki. I keep saying it because it's on my spirit. 4 men to 1 woman. But I can't even say that, man, because that shit don't sound right. Right? That's not how it's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be 4 men around 1 woman. That's why I think in my head whenever people say, oh, who worse, women or men? Number one, they both bad. You have niggas who are very wicked. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to a relationship sense, the way that a man can be very wicked when he's dealing with women is him messing with a married woman, a woman that is married or betrothed, meaning engaged with another man. I want to get that real quick. Matthew 16:4, man, that's beautiful. Matthew 16:1. Hold on, this is not what I'm looking for, but I want to pull this up real quick. It says the Pharisees test Yahushua. It says, verse 1, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, so like and tempting desire him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. Oh, ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Right? I'm gonna get that in the NLT. Right? Because you have people, you know what I'm saying? We call ourselves prophets, and shit, niggas lose their goddamn marbles. If you knew the definition of the word of a prophet is a foreteller, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that is a messenger, man. You know what I'm saying? You can say things previously, and if they come to pass, you feel me, then you a prophet. If the Lord have the spirit on you to prophesy, then that is your lot, right? If the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua have instructed you to teach, then he instructed you to teach. And that's what he have us out here doing, man. So we can call ourselves prophets, you know what I'm saying? Foretellers, messengers. We bringing forth the message. We bringing y'all the message through the scriptures, right? Yes or no? Okay then. Now, can we say that we're a part of the hopeful elect? No, we cannot. We don't know that yet. That's why we say, Lord willing. Lord willing, we be at that number, the 144,000. Baba Kushah, man. But as for right now, we can't call ourselves prophets because we are messengers. It says, he replied, you know the saying, red sky at night means fair weather tomorrow. Red sky in the morning means foul weather all day. You know how to interpret the weather signs in the sky, but you don't know how to interpret the signs of the times, right? It's a blessing to be able to interpret the signs of the times that we in right now. The fact that we know that the world is coming to an end and the decline of America has been since the 50s and the 60s, right? But these people around us are asleep, and some are just not waking up, and some are still oblivious to it. Majority of them are oblivious to it or ignorant of it. Only an evil, adulterous generation would demand a miraculous sign, But the only sign I will give them is the sign of the prophet Jonah. Then Yahweh left them and went away. Like I said, man, which one of your fathers which one of the prophets did your fathers not persecute, man? Acts 7:52, right? The Lord has sent you a prophet, and you'll forbear. You don't want to listen to him. Oh, this nigga don't know what he's talking about. Oh, this man crazy. He just talking. He don't know what he's talking about. Okay, that's why it says, was that Ezekiel 33 and 33? Then they shall know a prophet was among them. And then even in the oh, I gotta get that, man. Let me get this first. Later, after they crossed to the other side of the lake, the disciples discovered. The disciples discovered they had forgotten to bring any bread. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna write this down. Actually, I might as well get this right now. So you have people, or the Lord will send prophets to people, man, but then they won't listen. So that's why we always say, man, we're in the time now where we gonna see, right? We're in that time as to the things that we saying right now. We're prophesying. The Lord put the words in our mouth to say it and speak it. That's what it is. And when it come to pass, these big prophecies that we talking about, when they come to pass, and they will not tarry. When they come to pass, we don't want to hear nothing from y'all, because we told y'all that these things are going to come to pass. Y'all called us crazy. Y'all scoffed at us. Y'all mocked at us. All we was doing was our job. Our job is to bring forth the message and be messengers. We can't make you believe. We can't make you take heed. We can't do none of that. All we can do is present you with the message. And if you were presented with the message and you can't get it, and in that time those things start to happen, and you be like, damn, Karatazar told me this, or damn, Shaquat told me this, or damn, Dawad told me this, or damn, Manasseh Zakbar told me this, the elder Manasseh Zakbar, right? I should have listened. And y'all start calling our phones, we ain't gonna pick up. Or if we do, we trolling your ass. Because, and I don't even know if I'm gonna do that, right? Who knows what the Spirit of the Lord gonna put on us in that day. But if we told you that, best believe, and you didn't listen, best believe, we ain't gonna have no sympathy for you, because we told you, right? It's just the same as in the days of Noah. In the book of Matthew 24 and 36, when he told them and warned them of the flood, and they decided not to listen, they continued to party and marriage and have feasts and all these other things, go about their days, right? When we was in a 120-year grace period, and they called him an old crazy man, until that nigga felt that drop of water hit his head. It had never rained on the earth before, but they called him crazy because they didn't believe him. And Noah was sealed up in the ark. Why? Because the Lord put the Spirit on him to go ahead and build that and prepare for it, so he wouldn't be destroyed with the rest of the wicked generation, because Noah was the only righteous man out of his generation. So when those things start to come to pass again on the earth, hey, we ain't gonna be able to help you, man. We're not. Nor will we want to. Now I'm gonna get this. This is what I was talking about. The book of Zechariah 8 and 22. It says, yeah, many people and strong nations. Let me get this in 20. Verse 20. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the Lord of heaven's armies, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people and the inhabitants of many cities. And the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before Yahweh and to seek Yahweh of hosts. I will go also. Yeah, many people and strong nations shall come to seek Yahweh of hosts in Jerusalem and to pray before the Lord Yahweh. Here's my point. It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, an Israelite, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that the Most High is with you, right? So like I said, man, and that's basically the basis of my video. That's even going into Isaiah 4:1 as well. Or us shining bright, or us being as a golden wedge of Ophir. I'm gonna bring all that out in a minute. They're gonna know that a prophet was among them, man. The Lord gonna put that glow on us in that day because we've been putting in the work. We wasn't slack. The Lord put the Spirit on us, blessed us with a gift. You know what I'm saying? Blessed us with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to bring forth the scriptures, to be able to discern them, right? So if this is your calling, this is your calling, man. And if you was called to do it, then you need to do it. If you have faith and fear in the Lord and the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, then you gonna do that. That's your calling. But just know in that day, man, that's when we gonna get that glow. You are the last dragon, right? My pops made me watch that video. My pops made me watch that movie as a youngin', man. He said, E. You know what I'm saying? Like the last dragon. You got that glow. You just got that glow about you, man. And we gonna have that glow about us, right? Lord willing, we be at that number, man. We gonna have that glow about us. They gonna wanna come with us because we gonna be the men of that time, right? That's why I say the roles are gonna be reversed. You gonna, like the elder Apostle Tahar said, man, you gonna have women, you gonna have to beat women off you, man. It's like the book of Isaiah 4:1. It says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. And you notice it's talking to the Israelites, because other nations can't be holy. They're not a separate people. They're not sanctified. They're not clean. They're not just. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, meaning the people, you know what I'm saying? Salaki, the daughters of Zion is talking about the women. The daughter of Zion is talking about the men. And shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. Right? And in the NLT, it says, in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man. You tell a woman that nowadays, man, you crazy. That ain't gonna happen. Shit. Oh, this is even worse. Hell no, I can't stand right here. Nope, can't do it. But you tell a woman that nowadays, man, and shit, she gonna look at you crazy. I ain't going. That ain't gonna be me. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, y'all gonna go back to that feminine state. Y'all gonna be searching for a man, and not just any man, a man of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Because in that day, these young niggas and these ex-military men and all these other things, they ain't gonna be able. They ain't gonna be able to save you in that day. It says, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. Because in those days, if you was an old maid, that was seen as a sign of what's the word I want to use? That's just seen as a sign of a shame, man. Really, that's shameful. It's a terrible thing to be, right? You old and you don't got no kids, you not married, none of that, you just not doing shit, huh? But now these women are proud and bragging about the shit. I'm 31 with no kids, no man. That's why I say, man, these things are about to go and be reversed, man. It's gonna be complete. It's gonna be a complete 180. It says, only let us take your name Let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. But in that day, the branch of the Lord Yahweh will be beautiful and glorious. The fruit of the land will be the pride and glory, and glory of all who survive in Israel. All who remain in Zion will be a holy people. Those who survive the destruction of Jerusalem and are recorded among the living. The Lord will wash the filth from beautiful Zion and cleanse Jerusalem of its blood stains with the hot breath of fiery judgment, Salakia, which is going to come upon America, Babylon the Great. Hey, rise up, you women that are at ease, you know what I'm saying? These things that's going on ain't gonna be going on for too much longer, man. These ways, the things that we going through, we ain't gonna be going through it much longer, man. We just gotta keep pushing, man. Just gotta keep pushing, man. Isaiah 3:25, it says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground, right? It says the men of the city will be killed with the sword, and her warriors will die in battle. So that even that's gonna leave a lot of these women single and stranded. The man that you thought was gonna come back from war, any nigga that's joining the military right now is signing a death sentence. Just plain and simple. You signing your death warrant right now. That's a guaranteed, nigga. You go wherever you go, wherever they send you, you ain't coming back. I guarantee you that. You ain't coming back. Your ass is going to go be another body that's gonna be in a mass grave, boy. Hey, go ahead, go out there and fight Esau War, Jake. I got a homie right now that's about to go join the Air Force. Shit, that's on you, my nigga. Lord put the spirit on you to do that. I told you the truth. I can't help you no more than that. The men of the city will be killed with the sword, and her warriors will die in battle. The gates of Zion will weep and mourn. The city will be like a ravished woman huddled on the ground. Let's get Isaiah 13. It says, Isaiah 13:9, behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel both with wrath and fierce anger to lay the land desolate. Let's get verse 7 so we get a little context. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Oh, let's go up. Shalagia. Verse 6, howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come to pass, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all, and that's funny because you'll read that to a Christian, not my God, right? The Lord ain't gonna destroy the earth. Well, I shouldn't say the earth. The Lord ain't gonna destroy the world, right? He's not gonna destroy the arguable land. He wouldn't do nothing like that, according to a Christian. Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. The Lord about to bring forth judgment upon the earth. Telling y'all, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Right? That's another reason. These men gonna turn into bitches. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel both with wrath and fierce anger to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Salakia. Yeah, I'm reading down. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Right? And that's talking about solar eclipse, right? Because the lunar eclipse is meant for Jake. The solar eclipse is when the moon goes over the sun, and during the daylight, it gets darkened. The fuck? And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. What? The Lord said this? And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And here's my point. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger, man. And that day is coming soon, Lord willing. We can go to Daniel 12. That's what I'm saying, man. We're going to get that glow, man. We're going to get that glow, Lord willing. We're going to get that glow. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12, and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn Salaki. And this is my point, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever, man. So Lord willing, that's us, man. If we're that number, we're gonna shine bright like a firmament, like the firmament, man. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Right, that book has been unsealed, and the Israelites are starting to wake up to their true heritage. Jacob's starting to wake up to their true heritage, man, and it's beautiful, right? That the 1/3 is waking up, man. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So yeah, man, they mighty men gonna be destroyed in the war. And hey, Lord willing, we gonna shine bright like the firmament, man. Any of you men, any of you brothers out there that ain't getting none right now, just wait. I'm telling you, just wait, man. It's our 2nd Ezra 16, verse 33. It says, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Right? So, hey, man, we just got to keep doing what we doing, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And Lord willing, we gonna get our reward, man. We're going to get that crown, right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. I'm going to close it off there. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double blessing and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel, Shalom. And as always, we one day close to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing. Shalom.